Good morning, my beautiful bakers. This morning we are doing something rather delicious with apples and puff pastry. Puff pastry is your friend today because we're going to do something absolutely scrumdiddlyumptious. So, to begin with, we have cut 3 Bramley apples. Now, I don't have any Bramley apples, but I do have Granny Smith apples. I have chopped 3 large Granny Smith apples, and I put them in a Tupperware. I have got 3 tablespoons of brown sugar because I love that toffiness with it. I have got half a teaspoon of mixed spice, and I've half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and I have half a lime. A lemon even. So, first things first, for our apple turnovers, we are putting our apples into the saucepan, followed by brown sugar. I'm not putting any butter in it. Clean as you go. I'm putting my spices, my cinnamon in it goes, my mixed spice, and because I like things with a bit of zing and a bit of bite, in goes a squeeze of lemon. You get an added bonus if you drop a pip into your pot by mistake. Squeeze, squeeze. This is going to be, there we are, washing my hands, clean as you go, clean as you go. In your saucepan, you have got your apples, your brown sugar, your spices, and a zing of lemon. I'm going to put that on for about 2 minutes. Because what I don't want is to overcook the apples. You want the apples with a bit of bite. You want them not too squishy, not too soft, just right. So, just giving it a bit of a stir. And we're going to get lovely smells. But you do not add your hot mix to your apple, because if you do, you'll end up with a soggy bottom. Nobody wants a soggy bottom. So I have slaved over this puff pastry, hours it took me, taking it out of the packet, 30 minutes before I'm going to use it. I'm going to turn it this way, I'm going to use my pizza cutter, and I'm going to go all the way down the bottom. Turn it back. Now, to get an even square, if you fold one corner to the bottom, you are creating your own little square. And use your pizza wheel and repeat. So you're folding over and up, folding over. And even the last little bit we can make a treat out of. So you've got doink, 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 3 triangles. Those of you old enough to remember the count in Sesame Street, love the count. So, corner to corner, create your square. Corner to corner, create your square. Corner to corner. We can nearly squeeze in that corner, so we're not going to lose much. So, we have got our shapes ready. Now we're going to fold them back. Before we do, ever so slightly, if we crease the bottom, crease the edge rather, you can see a little fold, and it gives the perfect marking. You see that? The perfect marking where your halfway mark is. And because I have prepared some apple earlier, this is cold. It has that gorgeous brown hues from the spices. It smells absolutely delicious. So we're going to fill, with my glasses on, in denial glasses, a tiny bit of the mixture. Now, when I say a tiny bit, I'm going to try and fill as much of the apple, but not so much close to the edge, because I don't want it completely spilling out and making an oozing mess. Okay. I'm going to do the same with the other side while we're waiting. Alexa, good morning. Alexa, have you a joke about apples?
What's worse than finding a worm in your apple? Finding half a worm.
Nobody loves to find half a worm in your apple. I thought they were going to say 2 worms in your apple, but half a worm, no. I have a little bit of egg. I have beaten it, and I'm going to use this to brush and paint the sides of my pastry. While I'm doing that, I can hear my apple, giving it a stir, because I literally only want to bring this to Wait until the sugar dissolves and gives me a bubble mixture. I do not want to cook the apples. I only want to gently cook your apple a little. So I'm going to fold them over. Okay, and fold over the next one. And keep it on the paper. Do you know? You might as well keep it on the paper. Clean as you go. Clean as you go. Push the paper. Make things easier for me. Turn it around. Another bit of my apple mixture. Now this apple mixture is also divine, just on its own, with a dollop of yogurt for breakfast and a bit of your oatmeal or granola. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's even divine if you want to make it into an apple swirl, and you can get your yogurt and your apple and mix it through, and you've got this beautiful apple fool. So again, painting. So listen lads, you're going to have that painting technique done for your garden sheds or anything else that needs doing. Gently, gently, gently. And then I get a clean fork, 2 minutes. So we have 3 pieces that are ready to fill, and we have 3 pieces ready to go in. But before we do this, we have to crimp the edges. If you don't crimp the edges, all that apple deliciousness will just go bleh. So you need to pinch and pinch and pinch and pinch. Now another great tip as well, you can put these into the fridge for about 20 minutes, unglazed, without any egg, just to prevent any of that apple going through. We don't have the time. We've got less than 10 minutes to get these babies in the oven. So we're going to crimp. And again, crimp. There's a little bit poking out. Get in, get back in your cage. Squidge, 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 squidge. This is fab for kids because it's such an easy thing to do, especially with your puff pastry. So if you've got puff pastry in the freezer, in the fridge, it is a fantastic standby. Now, if you want a bit of crunch, if you want a bit of texture, you could add walnuts, you could even add sultanas to your apple mix. You can put, instead of lemon, you can put orange juice, but I like the bite of the lemon because I like the sourness, because these are quite sweet when they're finished. Again, a lovely bit of apple sticking out. Pinch it down. So, another bit of your egg. Now the egg wash not only helps it give a lovely golden colour, but it also helps the filling stay intact as well. So you get a double bonus. Who knew? Again, brush, 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 and juicing as you bake. I don't even know what day it is today. I've just lost track of everything. What day? Who am I? What am I doing today? So more egg wash, more egg wash. Dum 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 dum. Do. Now get our tray. I have lined the tray. The reason I've lined the tray, if you've got some oozing pastry, one of the things I don't want is to end up with cement on my baking tray from the apple. So 1 and 2, I'm going to turn that off, and 3. So I've got 3 apple, clean as you go, clean as you go. 3 apple turnovers. I'll take photographs, I'll put the recipe up on the line. They will take 20 minutes, 180, kaboom, into the oven. When they come out of the oven, a good dusting of icing sugar, and Bob's your uncle. Enjoy. See you tomorrow at 10. Bye.